as a crypto miner, you know you want your...
This video is brought to you by JingleMine.com. Founded in Hong Kong but located throughout the world, they are one of the leading ASIC mining distributors out there. They have a strong relationship with Jazz Miner, which means that they can provide you the best price and the latest info or updates for your Jazz Miner. Additionally, they work hard to respond to customer inquiries or questions, providing 24/7 support and have one of the fastest deliveries in the ASIC industry. Some of their products include the Jazz Miner X4-QZ, which can hit 840 mega hash at 340 watts while being whisper quiet, and I can vouch for that. And the new X16-Q is on pre-sale now and can hit 1.8 gigahash at only 630 watts on ETC hash. Lastly, they accept a number of cryptocurrencies as payment. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description and help support our channel by supporting its partners. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto, where we go over some cryptocurrency news, what's going on, and I welcome you to join me with your favorite caffeinated beverage of choice, coffee, tea, whatever it might be. Get some water, because it's a beautiful green day here in the crypto world. Unfortunately, we're not over 30,000 on Bitcoin, but we are seeing some intense green on some of the projects that I'm interested in, Solana, ICP. And every time I hear ICP, I think of insane clown policy, but that's not it. That's Internet Computer. We got Radiant pumping up to, or that's Radical. I was about to say, if that was $2 on Radiant, guys, cash out, profits. So a couple of like lesser altcoins in the deep greens, you got to go really down dumpster diving to really find them. But unfortunately, you know, Bitcoin not over that 30K hump, Ethereum not over that 2K hump. And until those two make those moves, I don't think we're going to see too much action. I do have a feeling, you know, we're due for a little bit more of a pullback than where we already hit. But, you know, that's just pure speculation, not financial advice. I'm just keeping an eye on the charts and seeing what's going on and seeing the trade volume that's coming in. We had a large number, and I don't have that in the discussion today, but we do have a large number of deposits of Bitcoin into Binance. Usually when people want to move their money into an exchange, that is because they're getting ready to make some moves. I'm not sure if that's the case here, but we'll have to, you know, just basically wait and see. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm keeping my eye on. If we did pull back, you know, again, that 27K range where we got supported here on the 21st, the 22nd, and so on, will give us obviously that support. So 27.3 if we did fall, and then beyond that 25, basically the right above 25K, and then a little bit below it 24.8K is the next level of support. Breaking through all of this resistance that supported us in the past would be not something I see feasible, but I mean it is possible. It is certainly possible. But thank you for coming and hanging out with us this morning. For my future viewers that don't watch this live, I always welcome you guys to come hang out with us. I appreciate you. But for my live viewers, thank you for coming on over. Chump change, get some rest, do what you need to. Red Panda, I hope you feel better. Rud Puts, Alexander Fleener, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Integra Guy, what's going on? Sadie, Crypto Bedell, Automatic Beats, Patrick Murphy, appreciate you. The Beginner's Block, Sadie Times, Crypto Craig, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Steven, how you doing? Thank you, everybody. So we got a number of different stories to go over. However, I always like to engage and get your input. If you want to get my attention, please either at me in the live chat or send a super chat. I am on call, as usual. Mr. Vega is always freaking working. So you will hear some bings and dings in the background. Just have to bear with me. But we're going to do a quick poll with our first article here. I have not put the articles in the description. I usually do that. My apologies. Yeah, a little bit of starting early. We got Crypto Mikkel down, feeling under the weather. We got Red Panda down, feeling under the weather. So today, Chump Change started us off with me leading right behind, and then of course we got Rapid Mining at 1 p.m. So a little bit of a gap there between me and Rapid Mining, but hang tight, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Don't work too hard. Appreciate you. So I got a poll going up. This article is about crypto winter. Is it over? And Bitcoin could hit 100K by the end of 2024. Now this is an opinion from Standard Charter. So just FYI. but we're just gonna go with three options. So I'm gonna ask the community right now: Is crypto winter I did that wrong. Is crypto winter is over? I don't know English much. So yeah. Is the crypto winter over is the correct question. I'm just typing all jacked up and stuff like that. Did you see the stream with the wife yesterday? I missed it, bud. I missed it. Me and the wife were hanging out, spending some time. I have to catch it. I'll go back. If it was on your channel, I'll go back and check it out. Appreciate it. All right, cool deal. Cool deal. I got your name right. Thank you, Chump Change. All right, so is the crypto winter over? The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and other mid-tier U.S. lenders has solidified the case for Bitcoin as a decentralized, trustless, and scarce digital asset. This, coupled with the stabilization of risk assets and speculation that the Federal Reserve will ease monetary tightening further, means the pathway to US dollar 100K level is becoming clearer, says a gentleman from, again, Standard Charter named Kendrick. Bitcoin is up 66% since the start of the year, though it's fallen sharply since the breach of 30K 2 weeks ago. All right, we only hit 30K, 2 weeks ago. This is on the daily. So this is the first time we hit it. Next time we hit it, we may be able to blast through it, but we need that support. We need that inflow of liquidity to push through. Now, usually when people are sending, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, a lot of people are depositing their Bitcoin onto Binance. A couple of things here, pure speculation on my part. With Coinbase and the increasing, which we would talk about later in today's stream, the increasing, I guess you could say, constraints or deterrence of Senator Warren and a number of others, Gary Gensler, so on and so forth. That's turning people away, getting kind of concerned. If Coinbase got a Wells notice, are they next? Are they going to get fined? Are they going to stop? Now that they got the Bermuda license, are they going to pull out of the U.S.? And Coinbase being one of the top exchanges here in the U.S. or North America, that could be very problematic. So people probably are moving to Binance if they are capable, right? Because obviously Binance is not available for U.S. clients. However, there are means or ways around that. So keeping that all in mind, people could be moving to Binance, taking their funds off some of the other exchanges that unfortunately are moving away. And usually when you have that inflow of funds on the exchange, whatever the asset is that they're flowing into is usually going to be the asset that they're getting ready to sell. So that could also be a large-scale mining operations because they got to pay for, upkeep and everything, the overhead. But that could be that pressure pushing us down, where we want to see a lot of liquidity as far as stable coins, things that buy into or sell into Bitcoin, which is everything. Stable coins, it could be Raven coin, it could be a bunch of other lesser coins, as long as the exchange supports those trading pairs. So very interesting, but they say here, Standard Charter says Bitcoin value could jump to as much as 100K by the end of 2024. Now, if Bitcoin hit 100K by the end of 2024, I would hope some of you would take profits. I'm not sure how much Bitcoin you guys have. You guys might not only have 0.00001, whatever. So taking profits on that, you're probably going to want to hold out for even higher, but you need to be thinking about a number because, if you keep saying, I'm just going to hold, I'm just going to hold, I'm just going to hold, and it just keeps going higher and higher. Oh, I'm just going to hold, I'm just going to hold. And then it dumps and you missed out on the opportunity. You're going to be kicking yourself in the leg. So we'll have to wait and see. I'll check chat in just a moment, but just get that number ready in your head for whatever assets you're hodling. And it's okay to take profits, 15% here, 25% there. It's okay. Especially mining profits. Obviously, a lot of people sell their mining profits to pay for electric costs and stuff like that. We got a quote here from Kendrick that says we see potentially for Bitcoin to reach 100K by the end of 2024. We believe the much touted crypto winter is finally over. The current stress, and this is just an opinion, their opinion, not factual based, but obviously they believe their convictions are strong and they believe in Bitcoin. The current stress in the traditional banking sector is highly conducive to BTC's performance and validates the original premise of Bitcoin as decentralized, trustless, scarce resource or asset. Given these advantages, we think Bitcoin share of digital assets market cap could move into the 50 to 60% range in the next few months, from around 45%. Matter of fact, let's go to CoinMarketCap and look at what that dominance is. So right now, Bitcoin is at 47% market dominance compared to other assets or cryptocurrencies. Nothing near what it was in the early days, right? Like you could see here back in 2013, this is about actually when I started right here, November 2013, early 2014. Bitcoin is at 94% dominance or 90% dominance, somewhere in that range. Sorry, just checking work. So it's fallen sharply, but there's just so many different assets and so many different classes of cryptocurrencies that people are diversifying in. And it's okay to diversify. You don't have to, also, again, not financial advice, you don't have to just be all in on crypto. You can be diversified into crypto, into bonds, into real estate, into traditional stocks. You can spread your weight, which is personally what I'm doing. It may not be the best strategy, but I just have my weight dispersed over the ice to make sure I don't fall through. And if one asset class falls down, crypto or otherwise, I still have another asset class kind of holding my position, just trying to protect my wealth because I got a family to think about and things to do. If you're a young buck or a young lady, you got a spouse, but it's not really a permanent partner, and you just going as the wind blows, then you're probably not caring about it. But you do want to plan for the future. I would urge caution and plan for the future. But we could see the market dominance climb up. At the time of writing this article said the Bitcoin's market dominance was 45. We're at 47 now. And that was when Bitcoin was trading around 27,000. And we obviously pumped up to 29.4 since the writing of this article. Not saying this article had any contribution to it, but just saying. But still, 100K by the end of 2024 is pretty nice. That's a pretty nice number. Could we hit that? My speculation and my theorizing and just having fun with it because it's not financial advice, I don't think we'll hit that target by the end of 2024. If anything, I could definitely see maybe a 50,000 or getting close to our previous all-time high Bitcoin, but not 100K. If we hit 100K, we'll blow past my target and see what's going on. But what's more important and what I'm keeping an eye on is I think we have less than a year than the Bitcoin halving. I really do believe that. And once we have, usually when you have these halving cycles, the price pumps up right before it, then dips back down, and then we climb up even further. 56,000, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's previous ones. What I'm looking for is, that was in, yeah, we have the chart. These charts are old. Where's the Bitcoin halving clock at? Bitcoin halving timer. Who has it? Who has the countdown? Where's the timer? I hate these websites that don't let you back out. There it is. There you go. Nice hash. 1 year, 32 days. So right around a year to the Bitcoin halving. And again, usually the price pumps up right before the halving, and then a couple months after the halving, we start to climb up, and then eventually within that first year, we start trying to make new all-time highs. That's a possibility. Not saying it's a guarantee, but it's a possibility, and usually trends, as K-Dub says, trends are your friend until the end. All right, let me check the chat real quick. All right, cool beans. Open a new tab. Let me pause this real quick. I have to check. I'm gonna check that out later. What? Hurricane is my underwear? Okay. All right. I gotta watch this. All right. What else we got? Play this? Okay. You want me to play this right now? Okay. Hang on. Let me turn on my desktop audio.
Hold on. 2x
Okay,
my money.
I'm gonna read this one,
Please.
because
Wow, is much prettier than I thought. It feels like I have a hurricane in my underwear now. I guess I'll have to run down to the store and buy more hand cream and paper towels.
I feel like Stiggy is my network bits to Misting Crypto because my face is probably wicked red.
Oh my god, that was
That's good. That's good. That's hilarious, Stiggy. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, that's right. Is this the first? That was the first time that everybody saw her. That's true. I forgot about that. You guys are a beautiful family. Pocket, Chump Change, you guys are a beautiful family. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, thanks to him for the donation, I guess. All right. Sorry. I missed your chat. I missed your chat. We're gonna leave the poll up for a little bit, and we're gonna let it ride. Do you have a Discord link? Yes. So beginner's block, I have a Discord link. Unfortunately, it's behind a paywall. You got to be a member of the channel. But usually I drop it randomly for people. I don't want to open it up right now because then you guys are gonna have more annoying notification dings during the stream. But what I'll do is if you follow me on Twitter, and usually I do some random links that are like time based, and you guys can jump in. Now I haven't gone through every single one of these articles because I was a little bit rushed for time. Anybody else wrote to me? Okay, no, we're good. I'm gonna keep rocking. That was hilarious. Go to the store. All right, so the crypto miner reckoning. No fate but what we make. I don't even know what this means. So as Bitcoin age, blah, 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 blah. Remember the days when Bitcoin mining difficulty was still in the single-digit billions? There was almost as many Bitcoins to be mined as there were in circulation, and you could run a massively profitable operation in the rig off the shelf, like graphics cards and civilian power outlet, without so much as a yawn from the regulators. Okay. The halvening is going to be a big challenge. Basically, with the halvening taking the block reward from 6.25 to 3 point something, that's obviously going to be a huge decrease in the amount of Bitcoin you win per block, which could disrupt the Bitcoin ASIC market. And we would probably see a number of Bitcoin ASICs going on sale secondhand for cheaper. So, yeah. Thank you, Mind10. Hope you're doing good, bud. Appreciate you providing that information to me offline earlier. But yeah, so we could possibly see a number of Bitcoin ASICs come up for cheap, and you can grab them. Whether or not they will be profitable in the long term, we'll have to see. Really, the only thing that I could see saving the miners after the halvening is the price of Bitcoin climbing up. Chump Change, I'm so sorry for not seeing that message in time. You and Pocket probably left already. But that was hilarious. Thank you for sharing that. And I completely didn't think about it. Pocket, that was probably the first time that anybody's seen her. That's from the wider community, not just the circle we have. And we're not really we're tight, and everybody's got their like friends and within the community. But we're just one big giant community. It's just some of us talk more to each other directly than others. I do try to keep an open dialogue. Like, you guys can always tweet at me or hit me up in Discord, and if I'm available, right, like after the stream I get back to work, I will respond. I do try to help people. I do want to start providing like a consulting service. I already do consulting, but more for the tech space, not the crypto space. Servers, networking, computer builds, or usually it's for like an entire business. Like, what is the hardware I should get for my employees, XYZ, the network setup. My role, by the way, is basically my title and my position, not at my full-time job, but outside of my main job. My main job is systems administration, systems administrator, basically. But my main thing is a business starts up or is just starting up or bought a location, and they got to get everything running, like their point of sales, their network, everything configured for their store or storefront or location or school or whatever. I hate working for school, and I hate churches. By the way, IT and churches and schools, they never pay you. But anyways, I come in, I check out what's going on. I give you a composite list of what's going to be needed, materials, stuff like that. You buy the materials, and then I bring in the team to configure, set up, do whatever we need to do. Obviously, every job is a little bit different. But that's my main gist. However, I'm wanting to transition to, if anybody has a question, like there's a lot of newbies hitting me up about basic stuff, right? Like how to mine Caspa, even though Rabbit Mining did a great video on it, even though Chump Change might have talked about a particular project, even though Red Panda has covered this subject. There's still people hitting me up and asking questions, so I'm trying to provide those answers. Those answers are out there, but they're coming to me for some reason instead of just watching the video. Maybe there's something in the video that isn't covered, but then creating an entire video just for that one specific individual is not going to get a lot of views depending on the question. And so I'm in this tight bind, but I do want to help people. That's the whole reason why I created this channel. So we'll see how things go. But the ASIC industry, especially in the Bitcoin market, is going to be shaken up in roughly a year, and we could see ASICs come out for cheap. Whether or not those ASICs will be profitable again, I don't know. Right now, ASIC mining is not, especially with Bitcoin, not the script and not the other ones, but if we just search on Bitcoin, like, I mean, the highest one, right? And these are all the hydros up here, except for the XP, are only making $12 a day. We're doing that right now with GPUs, basically. Like, besides the S19 XP Hydro, right? The rest of these, we're like 3 GPU rigs are outperforming this right now, which is crazy. But yeah, we need newer ASICs. We need newer, air powered, doesn't need like a bunch of, cooling and radiators and reservoirs and all that stuff. We need good, efficient, air cooled ASICs. And I want to see something right here like this in the 250 range or higher, right? So think air-cooled, Bitmain comes out with something that only sucks on 2,800 watts of juice, and it's doing 280 terahash. That will be sick. But we need to continue progressing. The technology needs to continue to get better. The chips need to get more, because as we scale down in 4 nanometer and so on, we should be more efficient, and we should be more be able to push the hash even higher. Right? Instead of having these big, bulky units, we should be able to downscale. So say, for example, the power of this S19 XP hydrate, water block should be the size of like an old school, single fan 120 millimeter type unit. But all of these, because you can see the prices right now, all of these are probably going to continue going down in price as we get closer to the halving. And then after the halving, they're probably going to be on the second-hand market for a lot cheaper. So if you're looking for a Bitcoin ASIC, you could wait for the halving. But right now, anybody who has a Bitcoin ASIC is trying to stack as much as freaking possible before the halving happens, because then our rewards will be cut in half. And so we're not making as much anyways. I don't care so much about price. When I mine, I usually look at the amount of cryptocurrency I'm earning per day. And that's what's most important to me. So if that's going to be taking a huge hit, that's where you're going to see a lot of weak hands, or not weak hands, because it's not weak if your business can't cover the overhead because of XYZ. Let me, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna drop the Discord link right now. Hang on. Because I need to apologize to Chump Change. He told me like 100 times to play the video, and I freaking didn't, and then they left. I'm so sorry. Let me apologize to him real quick. Put you guys on the chart. I'm trying to add these articles to it. Like I said, I had to get started a little bit earlier. Thank you for bearing with me, all my live viewers. Hang tight. Hang tight. Let me tell my boy Chump. Plus, he needs to get some rest anyways. After. All right. I will get the Discord link for you in a minute. Hang on. Let me grab this this other article. And you guys can always go check out these opinion pieces. Some of them have videos on it. So you go check them out. But, another article right here. Right? So I asked you to poll question. Crypto winter is over, says Stranded Charter. Then we have another one here. Please enjoy the final crypto winter. Right? With U.S. regulations coming soon, the frauds and schemes and irresponsible investment management practices that led to the current market downturn will be things of the past. Reasons Paul Brody of EY said. Get your skis on. If not, clip in and try to have some fun because this is going to be your very last crypto winter. We had 2 or 3 depending on how you count, and this is one that has certainly been the worst and the most frustrating, but fortunately it's going to be the final one. And he says, let me explain. Crypto and blockchain are on the cusp of becoming ordinary regulatory or regulated businesses. While it's always extremely difficult to separate signals from noise, I see 3 big positive signs for the future. Surge in enforcement by law, contradictions and inconsistencies in public policies, maturing industry leadership and product. Those are the 3 main categories. And I kind of agree. I wouldn't say that like this isn't going to be the last bear market. That's for sure. This is not going to be the last bear market whatsoever. But we could be nearing the end of this particular bear market. And as far as the crypto winter, like, I don't know, man. Like, are we talking like Game of Thrones winter is coming, right? Or are we talking like a basic winter? Because those are 2 different things. So let's check out the poll real quick. If you guys haven't voted, how many votes do we have? We got 43 votes. Okay, that sounds good. We're going to go ahead and end the poll. And you guys say no. The crypto winter is not over. 53% say no. 25% said yes. And 20% says not sure. I'm probably going to expand this poll to Twitter, which is going to be really good. Patrick Murphy, good to see you, by the way. Kyle, thank you for stopping by. MC, Golden Wolf, Hugo Down, appreciate you guys, really do. But yeah, I mean, if you guys think crypto winter is not over, I would agree with you. Good job. Good job, class. Cookies for everybody. But we do have some nice news, right? We got some good news, positive indicators for the crypto market and its future. I'm just blowing through these articles, and I got to go a whole hour. We'll see how long I go, guys, because we'll see what work says. But Mastercard launches crypto credential service for cross-border transfers. Now, I understand traditional banks, we don't want them in the market. I understand that. You know, we don't want to be, have the same people that made the rules for the traditional stocks making the same rules for the cryptocurrency industry. The cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, was created as the counter to the big banks and the centralized authorities and da-da-da-da. I understand that. But this is a positive indicator because it gets the average individual, not the retail investor, the average individual, one step closer to utilizing crypto for whatever their needs are. So in Austin, Texas, the executive in charge of crypto products and blockchain at Mastercard said that payment processing company is bringing out a service designed to ensure transactions between users' wallets are verifiable and compliant, beginning with the transfers of digital assets between countries. That's a key there. So in the first cross-border use case, the Mastercard Crypto Credential Service announced Friday that Raj from the stage at Consensus 2023, I wish I could go, allows the wallets to identify the transactions that are compliant with the requirements such as Financial Action Task Force or FATF. I don't know. Mastercard Credential, a set of common standards or for attestation of intersections or interactions, use technology from CipherTrace, the well-known blockchain analytics platform Mastercard agreed to acquire in 2021. If 2 people want to transfer value from one country to another, the level of compliance and verification needed is complex. They say here, so how do you identify those wallets? And how do you exchange enough information about each party? So this is going to be the counter to what a lot of people want, which is privacy, right? Anonymity. I don't want you to know this wallet belongs to me or to my son or to my wife or to whoever my mom. I shouldn't have to divulge that information. It's a trustless system. But when you're sending it from country to country, especially to comply with OFAC and making sure you're not funding terrorism or whatever the government wants to say these days, they do have to verify or get enough information to verify each party. So cross-border transactions have been a focus of blockchain tracker CipherTrace, the creator of the cryptocurrency system that helps companies comply with the travel rule. Under that rule, whenever crypto worth over $1,000 is transacted between 2 parties, the crypto service provider of the sender is expected to communicate the personal identifiable information to the sender of the crypto service provider. of the recipient and vice versa. So the sender and the recipient. So Mastercard is continuing to work with wallet providers. And here are some of the names. So Bit2Me, Lyrum, Mercado, Bitcoin, Uphold. Uphold is one used that you will see inside of Brave browser, by the way. Which is why, you know, Rich, if you have Brave in there. Red Panda, did you ever get your Brave back? I'm pretty sure Red Panda has some Brave, but because it wants KYC and a bunch of information like your social security number, this, that, and the other, take a picture with your ID, blah, 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 he hasn't done it. But, you know, this, all in all, I don't like the amount of information that we have to divulge just to complete a transaction, especially if I want to send a transaction to the EU or whatever country. But this is good step. This is good step, right? And MasterCard also launches Web3 user verification solution to curb bad actors. At Consensus 2023, we announced we're instilling trust in the blockchain ecosystem through Mastercard Crypto Credential with crypto wallet providers. And you can see the very same providers I just mentioned. And the public blockchain network organizations. These are different organizations. They're working with Aptos, Polygon, Avalanche, Solana. They're collaborating to enhance verification in NFTs, ticketing, enterprise, and other payment solutions. So verification, good. How it's implemented, what kind of information is providing, how much privacy details are you providing? You know, I don't know. I haven't utilized the program. But the Mastercard Crypto Credential Unique Identifier does give that regular guy or regular lady or regular individual the more of a security blanket. And that's what they want. If they really want it, if you really want that extra money to come into the market, stuff like this is going to have to happen. And this isn't the only one that is relatively a positive situation, right? So Mastercard has continually upped the exposure to crypto sector over the past couple of years. The latest announcement comes just a few weeks after they launched a non-fungible token gated musician accelerator program in collaboration with Polygon. Let's go look at that. Launches NFT gated. Okay. Who did they partner with? Did they partner with somebody? I guess it's just Music Pass. So yeah, these businesses are stepping up their exposure into the crypto market. The competitor Visa also made a crypto move earlier this week after C. Sheffield, the firm's head of crypto, took to Twitter on the 24th to announce the new stablecoin payment-focused project. And usually that's going to stall. I think that's already stalled. When it comes to stablecoins, they usually get jacked up because obviously the SEC and a number of things. So that's going to be a slow process if they are trying to get into the stablecoin place. But like we have different countries trying to create their own CBDCs and MasterCard and different companies trying to make their own stablecoin. We're going to have more coins on the market and they're going to want you to use their payment system with their tokens and blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be just like any other crypto project, but on a more corporation playing field. So anyways, chat's looking good. Everybody's talking to each other. If you have any questions, please at me or send a super chat. But another positive news overall is Venmo now lets you send crypto to other users for some reason. Matter of fact, 1 second. Let's go check that out. See if that is possible. So Bitcoin. Okay, I can buy. But do I have the ability to send yet? As transactions. Can't manage my wallet yet, but I also don't have anything I bought just yet. Crypto taxes, understanding crypto. So all I got in here is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. All of which I have to buy. I can set price alerts, but I don't see where I can actually send anything just yet. But obviously I don't have anything in my wallet to send, so maybe a no, doesn't work. So PayPal, blah, 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 Venmo dipped its toes in the crypto market in 2021, opening an in-app trading platform. That was just for individuals to buy or sell crypto. Now the company is going further into the once heralded digital currency space by allowing users to send crypto directly to other Venmo users. So it's kind of like Coinbase. Like Coinbase, for example, if I had Red Panda's tag, right, or I guess like I'm Serpent, right? If he knew my tag, he could send it to me, or if I knew his email, I could send it to him, and we can interact that way. And it's kind of like Battle.net, Blizzard, right? You know the Battle.net ID or Blizzard ID, you can add them as a friend through the Blizzard account rather than in game only, to where you got to be in the game to see if they're online. This way we can interact directly with each other without having to be in the game. And the analogy applies to this because you can send to one another as long as you're in Venmo. And most people that are in PayPal tend to be in Venmo because they want to also accept payments for like work done. And the reason this is good, right, is say I'm doing business, right? I'm at the flea market or whatever, and you want to pay me for the GPU that you just bought. Instead of, you sending me, Venmoing me, whatever money, $500 fiat, you can send $500 worth of Bitcoin directly to my ID. So kind of like Cash App. Cash App right now, as long as you verify and stuff like that, and you have the cash tag, you can send stuff. We do that all the time, me and my mom. My son does it when he needs to pay bills, like the credit card that he has that's shared amongst us. Cash App makes it easy. So Venmo, Cash App, Mastercard, all these different organizations are stepping up and stepping more into the crypto space, allowing the average end user to be more involved, right? Like I got my youngest mining Grin right now. Grin isn't supported on anything, but he's got exposure into crypto overall. This is just getting more and more exposure for regular people, not just the retail investors that you and I, do on a regular basis. And that's going to prompt more people to learn a little bit more. It's like a gateway drug, just like mining, right? When we started mining, we started off a little bit with a couple GPUs, maybe one, and then we grew, and then we got bigger, and then we got bigger, then we got rigs, then we got ASICs, then it just keeps growing, and we start getting into different projects. As these guys roll out these different platforms, we're just going to get more and more people involved, and then they're going to dip their toes, and they're going to want to learn more. And they're going to be like, hey, why don't I just buy Bitcoin directly from, Coinbase, or directly from Binance, or directly from, I could trade directly with a friend of mine that I bumped into because I learned about crypto and I went out to a meetup. So very interesting. This looks to be Venmo's attempt to simplify the often confusing task of sending crypto to other people. To that end, the company says this feat is easily accomplished in just a few simple steps. Just to head to the crypto tab, tap the transfer button, arrow, and follow the prompts. Venmo's new platform. Okay, so as long as you got funds in there, I don't know if it's rolled out to me, but I have to check. But you just tap the crypto tab, and then whatever funds you have, if you actually have it in there, tap the transfer arrow and follow the prompts. Venmo new platform will let you send cryptocurrency to PayPal handles. Interesting. And any external crypto wallet. Interesting. That's good. That's one of the things that kind of drove me crazy, especially with Robinhood when it started involving crypto or getting involved in crypto. I don't even think you can. Anybody in live chat know if Robinhood allows you to transfer funds out yet? Because I know a lot of people, like the Dogecoin millionaire, bought all that Doge, but he can't transfer it to a wallet he controls. Did they open that up to where they can transfer their crypto out to a wallet they own or whatever? Anybody know? Let me know in the live chat. But yeah, we could send to one another through our handles, but now Venmo is allowing people to take it out to a crypto wallet. I can do that on Cash App, but the only one is Bitcoin. Venmo at least has Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and something else. I can't remember. But yeah, just again, more exposure. We'll see how things go. This is the actual release on the 28th yesterday. The PayPal product page, newsroom, new feature enables customers to transfer crypto to friends and family on Venmo or PayPal. That's nice. I have to go play around with PayPal because if I do a job and I invoice you, I would like to be paid in crypto instead of fiat. All right, good deal. Thank you. Robinhood allows you to transfer your crypto out. So it's good that they did that. Remember when they first came out just like Venmo before, just like Robinhood before. When they first came out, you could buy and sell the crypto, but you couldn't really do anything with it. You couldn't send it out of that wallet into another. You technically, just like a centralized exchange, remember, even if you do store it in Venmo, PayPal, Robinhood, Cash App, whatever, you still do not own the private keys to those wallets. So if something happens to that company, they get hacked, they go down, they go bankrupt, you lose those funds. Never rely on a centralized entity. Always be the keeper of your keys. Ooh, I'm going to put that on a shirt. Keeper of your keys. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, unfortunately, dogelord.com, last I checked, has been down for a while. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what's going on. But wow, that is messed up. You tricked me. But I am on Crypty. If you guys haven't checked that out, do have some swag on here along with the other crypto mining YouTubers. I did save Savage Mind's art because I didn't want to this is such a good Bitcoin shirt. This is like one of my favorite shirts. The Bitcoin shirt is one of my favorite shirts because it's got all of the OG names on here. There are some people that probably don't participate anymore or in crypto anymore, but all of us are on here, right? It's one of my favorite shirts. Also got the Ravencoin shirt that I find very awesome. I like this. But yeah, crypty.co. Not the site that I clicked on by accident. Actually, Red Panda, you need to put one of these flags up in your damn basement. So I will link that in the live chat. It's also linked in the description. And let's continue moving on. Oh yeah, Discord, yeah, boy. I forgot about that. Where's my buddy that beginner's block? Was that you that asked about it? Yeah, that was you, buddy. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Hang on. Invite people. We're gonna set a timer. Timer. Carbon fiber. It's only gonna be 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes. And I'm gonna give it only 25 uses. Again, I put it behind a paywall to protect this Discord. You do have to verify. There's a bot. You got to complete the verification. But it's a nice, quiet Discord. It's not as crazy as some of the others have gotten because of all the craziness and scams. But that's just what happens when you blow up and do very well. So, yeah. By the way, I do have a video coming in the future because I'm not just all about crypto tech. So this is the Asus ROG Strix G16 laptop's got a 4070 in there. I already put some 4070 hash rates online for you. Yeah, that review should be dropping. I just got to get to the end. I was just been accumulating data, performance. I wanted to compare the old laptop to the new, even though a lot of people wouldn't care and the jump would be significant. I already know. I just wanted to do it. So some more tech content coming out and mixed in with the crypto content. And if you like both, make sure to get subscribed, hit notification bell, stay up to date, and definitely if you don't have time to watch, at least swing by, drop a like on it, check it out later. You can always add videos to your watch later list. All right, so it's 11:15, 11:13 right now. We all know that the government's getting a little bit crazy, okay? They're getting a little crazy, talking sideways, talking out the side of the mouth. Senator Warren, Marshall delay reintroducing crypto bill due to lack of sponsors. So she doesn't have enough sponsors, from my understanding, to really push through the bill that she's trying to introduce. And the bill that she's trying to introduce is going to possibly handicap the crypto market. So we don't want that. We don't want her bill, unless it's amended, to be the one that they push through. So something to just keep an eye on. Not something that we need to be overly concerned, because I don't think she's going to get the way she wants. But she still might wind up pushing some things through. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, just turning that off real quick. save some battery life on the laptop. So Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat from Massachusetts, and Roger Marshall, Republican from Kansas, has pushed back reintroducing their crypto anti-money laundering bill in an effort to recruit more co-sponsors, according to two people familiar with the matter. The bill, which was first introduced in the Senate last session in December, looks to require the crypto industry, including individual miners and validators, to abide by the know your customer rules. So because I mine, you want my social, my address, my number, my firstborn, my urine sample, drug test. Get out of here. No. Industry members are expecting a revamped version of the bill to debut on the floors this week, but two insiders shared that with Blockworks that the senator has delayed its reintroduction because they want to find more co-sponsors. And right now, this is one bill. And you're going to see from the next article that the U.S. House will have crypto bill in 2 months. So we got another bill by people who are supportive of the crypto industry and trying to properly regulate and trying to provide actual clarity. And then you got this one. So this is going to be interesting. The following groups will be responsible for adhering to KYC policies: unhosted wallet providers, digital asset miners, validators, and other nodes that may act to validate or secure the third-party transactions, independent network participants, including MEV searchers, maximal extracted value searchers, minor extractable value searchers, and other validators and network participants with control over network protocols. So all that crap, the Ethereum mining pools we're doing, that's still carrying on in Ethereum in proof of stake, all that MEV got to be reported. What you're mining right now, if you're mining cryptocurrency with a GPU, with an ASIC, with an FPGA, with a little mini miner, you would have to do KYC. Every single transaction would be scrutinized. Why? Until I take my mining profits and convert it into a fiat currency or send it to a centralized exchange where I already completed KYC, you don't need to know. You don't. Oh, you shouldn't be mining to a Russian pool. Why? Because their leader is an idiot? I'm still getting the money. They're not getting the money. I'm getting the money. They might be getting 1% fees, but if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. If the pool is the number one pool and it has less than 51% net hash rate, I'm probably going to choose that pool. The Russian people aren't bad. It's the freaking leadership. Just like the Americans, well, most of them are idiots. Not all Americans are bad. It's just their leaders can be idiots. So I don't like KYC for mining, and I hate politics, and I don't like putting my personal views onto you guys. Everybody has their own views, and you're welcome to it, your own opinions. So you can completely disregard what I just said. Just ignore that. Let's start over fresh. I want to stay on a good, healthy relationship with you on hugging terms. So moving on. Roger Marshall and I, which I guess is somebody else, Warren, are reintroducing an anti-money laundering bill to clamp down on crypto crime and give regulators the tools they need to stop the flow of crypto to drug traffickers and places like North Korea. All right, Lazarus, by the way, this bill wouldn't solve that. Lazarus would just hack whatever exchange or whatever place they want and to get the funds anyway. But they're trying to stop, mining. Like, I'm mining cryptocurrency instead of paying myself. I'm funneling it to a terror organization or a certain organization that is on the OFAC list or stuff like that. That's what they're trying to stop. I understand that, and I understand that. It's the way the bill is worded. It's a little bit too open. They need to fine tune it a little bit. I don't like the bill at all, to be honest. I don't. There's ways through chain analysis for people to, obviously identify bad actors and mark them out. Remember the whole Dynex Discord hack this past weekend? the individual, he, she, they, who got people for a lot of money, also got me for a little bit, but I revoked the contract. So they have the funds, but they can't spend it. There's ways, and you can track obviously bad actors. Also on the once you follow the contract address, which at the time was not fully shown, and I didn't complete the chain analysis all the way. That's why I did it. I wanted to learn, and I thought I was using an empty wallet, and I wasn't. But I tracked the whole thing. I tracked from my wallet to their wallet, the contract address, and then they moved it from that wallet to another wallet, and then to another wallet, and then to a cold wallet. I just tracked. I wanted to see the flow. I wanted to see how they were executing this, and I also wanted to get the code for the exploit they were using. And I did, and all that's on my Twitter. But through chain analysis, you can go and see, all right, this guy's the perpetrator that keeps on phishing people, and they already are marked on Etherscan as, phishing Pink Wallet 1 or phishing Pink Wallet 2. This contract's associated with a phishing intent. And you can mark it, you can blacklist those guys, right? And pools cannot process transactions from XYZ wallets or users. Same thing with what we saw with Ethereum, right? The Tornado Cash, right? They were omitting transactions from wallet addresses that participated in Tornado Cash. So it is possible. It's certainly possible. So the bill and all its entirety definitely is not a bill that I want to see passed. Maybe this bill would pass, and I would like to see some critiques on this one too. This one isn't perfect either, but it's a start in the right direction. So the House U.S. Financial Services Committee and House Agriculture Committee will put together legislation to oversee the crypto sector in the next 2 months. After holding joint public hearings starting May, the Republican from North Carolina, Patrick McHenry, chair of the House Financial Services Committee, when asked whether such a bill could be signed by President Joe Biden in the next 12 months, McHenry told the crowd on CoinDesk Consensus 2023, damn, I really wish I went. Yes, the key lawmaker was quick to provide a rider that is always a challenge to legislate something new into existence. What we plan to do is over the next 2 months is report a deal out. McHenry also added that the bill will address both the securities and commodities regimes and issues that are hard to fix on either side. Senator Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming, Republican, the other panelist during the session, said that she looked forward to coordinating her efforts with McHenry, adding the House had better chance than the Senate at getting legislation through earlier. She said the House moves first on crypto, it would improve our chances in the Senate. We have tried to keep partisan tinge off the subject. This bipartisan subject we need to address before 2024 election. And that's one of the hardest parts that I see from just a regular person out here in the regular world is, we vote these politicians in, and some of them are good, and some of them do fight really hard to push things through. They do. They fight really hard, but then when they go to do it, they get fought tooth and nail. And XYZ person won't sign because they're not going to get their extra $70 billion towards the black budget that they need for whatever. Or they're not going to get the $30 billion for the agricultural needs that they need. And so it does need to be a bartering situation, but some of these people, they're not trying to barter. They're just trying to screw over your bill because they don't like your bill. Or maybe they're trying to screw over your bill because they don't like you. Or they're trying to screw over your bill because they don't like the party you're with. And that needs to stop, man. We voted them in to do a job and to work on behalf of the American citizens or whatever country you're in. And if you voted them in, they should be working proactively with each other to find a common ground, middle ground that is beneficial to the people that voted them in, but also for the industries that they're working to represent. But they do need to keep it bipartisan, and they do need to pass it. Because right now we got Gary Gensler running around with an axe with no leash, and he's messing up stuff, right? He needs to stop. Lumos, who has been the senator from Wyoming, Cynthia, has been dubbed the crypto queen and has introduced the Responsible Financial Innovation Act. We talked about this before, aimed at creating a regulatory framework for the industry last year with Senator Kristen Gillibrand, Democrat. And just real quick, Republican, Democrat. They can work together. It can be done. They can still have different views about different things and still get a job done. It's okay to have opinions. So, just saying, this is the one we want to keep an eye on. This is the one we wanted to really go through. Because last week, McHenry's committee grilled the U.S. SEC chair, Gary Gensler, over the refusal to say whether Ether was the second largest, was a security. Grilled him. Did a really good job. I was impressed by the committee. And they really want to lay the groundwork to stop Gary Genslers of the world from going out there and finding and hatching everything without providing clear rules or clarity, or even hypocritically say it's good one day and then not good the next, and then just hit them with a fine without being like, hey, rules are changing. This is considered security. You need to adjust your company, your profile, whatever it might be. I don't know about the back end. So with the Wells notice sent to Coinbase, Coinbase is hitting back hard. These articles are being added into the description if you want to check it out. It is 11:26 my time, guys. I'm going to keep on rocking and rolling through these articles. If you have any questions, I will check it. Matter of fact, I see my name tagged, and then we'll keep on rocking and rolling. I'm going to play a video here for you shortly, so bear with me. But let's keep on going. Gandalf, great. It's all a point of view on what is bad, and 99% of what we are told about the nation, president, or regime is false to push a certain political narrative. So Gandalf, are you here in this, or where are you located? What country are you in? I'm curious. Chris Hanley, unfortunately, politics will be intertwined with crypto at some point. All we can hope for is a fair and consistent governance, in my opinion. Yeah. In my honest opinion. I agree with that. So Coinbase asked court to force SEC to clarify the crypto regulations. Right? They got the Wells notice. Brian Armstrong or Coinbase got the license in Bermuda. They're probably going to scale back or have to scale back some of their exposure to the U.S. market because of the SEC's well notice, and probably a fine at this rate that we're going, because they just got done fining Kraken. Bittrex has now moved out of the U.S. and stopped servicing U.S. clients. Right? We're losing the exchanges we want, guys. I like Kraken. Bittrex I used for a long time back in the day. Zcash, Zclassic, whatever it might be. Gone. Binance US doesn't have all the assets I want, but I do want to participate in it. Binance.com, not available here. Coinbase is available here, but with the way things are going, how long? Then what? What? What's the next one? What's the next one? Like, you're gonna make all the exchanges leave the country, and then we're up the creek without a paddle, man. Stop. Provide guidance. Chill out. Provide guidance. And let's go from there. You know, Binance is the #1 exchange, but I venture to say Coinbase is the biggest one here in the United States, with Kraken being a close 2, Binance US being a close 3. I could be wrong, but let me know. No, seriously, let me know in the live chat. What exchanges do you use, if you use any? So, anyways, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase took action against the SEC late Monday, asking a federal court to compel the agency to respond to its demand for clearer crypto regulations. Let me check work real quick. The exchange sent the SEC a so-called petition for rulemaking last July and asked the regulator to propose and adopt rules for digital asset securities. It also sought answers to 50 specific questions that would provide clarity and certainty regarding the regulatory treatment of digital asset securities. This is smart, because once you get that clarity on that paper through the court, that could then be fought or applied to other cases, situations, whatever it might be. Some of the questions center on the SEC's methodology of classifying certain tokens as securities from the old days, while others focus on the topics of the asset custody and trading crypto asset securities on the SEC regulated exchanges. Under the law, the SEC is required to address Coinbase petition within a reasonable amount of time, and a person familiar with the situation told Decrypt that from Coinbase point of view, a reasonable amount of time has passed after 9 months with no response. So if 9 months have passed and the SEC has not responded after they requested the court to compel them to provide clarity, we're beyond any fixing. And 9 months will put us into next year, right? If Bitcoin is going to hit 100K by the end of this year, we're going to need that clarity a lot sooner. The U.S. does not currently have a functioning market in digital asset securities due to the lack of clear and workable regulatory regime. It stated new rules facilitating the use of digital securities would allow for a more efficient and effective allocation of capital in financial markets. And I believe that was somebody, I don't know. During the congressional hearing last month, Gensler said regulations actually already exist for crypto to be managed effectively under securities laws. It's important for the SEC and any other agency petition for rulemaking to respond to the petition once the agency has made up its mind, especially if the answer is no. Otherwise, the public can never exercise the right to ask the court if the agency's decision was proper. The petition was filed on the same day the SEC claimed 9 tokens available on Coinbase were unregistered security listed on the insider trading suit brought against the former Coinbase product. What's the 9? What's the 9? I remember reading it, but I can't remember what it was. You don't tell me the 9? Where's the 9? Where's the 9 tokens? All right, anyways. Yeah, I remember staking as a service. Cryptocurrency exchange Kraken reached a settlement with the SEC in February over the staking services, which the agency alleged was offered to investors in violation of securities law. Kraken was hit with a $30 million fine, blah, blah, blah. We know that. We all know this. All right, so let's just move on. Coinbase is playing hardball. That's good. SEC Gary Gensler takes another swipe at crypto in an educational video. He's trying to educate people, right? As best he can, I guess you could say. But I don't know, man. This is definitely a war in their minds. It's not a war in my mind, because it's really just educating and effectively creating clear, concise rules, updating. Right, we can't be using the 1930s, 1913 rules and regulations to apply to this age. Right, that's over a century. Those same rules won't apply. But you know, people do feel like it's a war going on. Right, we got Gary Gensler, Senator Warren, a number of people who are naysayers against crypto. They want to regulate it into the ground, and then we got people who believe in crypto and blockchain and the fundamentals and the underlying technology, and they just want to push it forward. But get clear regulation. And again, with everybody hammering back and forth, it makes it a lot harder. Now, before I play this video that he says he's trying to educate us, there's another video I want to play, which I think is hilarious. So let's start this one over. I'm going to pause the mic and turn on the desktop audio.
So we already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities. Even in the U.S., Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test, that we've talked about, 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto. So you'll hear debates about initial coin offerings and what's a security and what's not a security. Relevant and important debate. But for 3/4 of the market, it's not particularly relevant as a legal matter, as a regulatory matter. Brody.
So when he was a professor at the school, he just said 2/3 were not a security. But then the actions that he's been taking lately is contradicting what he said as a professor, and that's one of the many points that people have been pointing out online. And so let's see what he tries to educate us on over here. Hang on, let's watch this. I thought this was a video. Hang on.
Securities laws have to do with goldfish. Many places around the country, we're required to use a leash when you walk your dog. But let's just say you get stopped because you're walking Rover unleashed. What do you think would happen if you told the police officer that Rover is actually a goldfish? You'd still get a citation, and that's because the law cares about what something actually is, not what you call it. Well, the same thing is true in the securities markets. As Justice Thurgood Marshall put it so well, Congress's purpose in enacting the securities laws was to regulate investments in whatever form they are made and by whatever name they are called. That's why Congress's definition of securities includes more than 30 items, such as stocks, bonds, notes, and something called investment contracts. An investment contract exists when you invest money in a common enterprise with a reasonable expectation of profits to be derived from the efforts of others. Intermediaries for investment contracts, whether they're exchanges, brokers, dealers, clearinghouses, they need to comply with the securities laws and register with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Instead, many crypto platforms are just pretending that these investment contracts that they offer are more like goldfish. And the lack of compliance by these crypto platforms means that you don't have basic investor protections. These are things like rule books and surveillance to prevent fraud manipulation, or appropriate custody and, yes, segregation of customer assets so they don't get misused or abused or simply become the property of the platform, especially if it goes into bankruptcy. And you lack basic protections as customers that you aren't just trading against the house. Further, many of these crypto platforms combine the activities of an exchange, broker-dealer, and clearinghouse under the same roof. And when a platform doesn't register these functions, that puts investors like you at risk. When a platform combines these functions, that creates conflicts of interest that undermine our time-tested investor protections. Crypto markets suffer from a lack of regulatory compliance. It's not a lack of regulatory clarity. As we alleged in a recent action, one crypto platform executive knew the law so well that he actually advised issuers to scrub specific language from their web pages in an effort to pretend that their tokens weren't investment contracts. You could say, in other words, they tried to say that their dogs were goldfish. It doesn't matter if you call yourself onshore or offshore. If you make securities available to American investors, you must comply with American laws. The law is clear. If you're a securities exchange, clearinghouse, broker, or dealer, you must come into compliance, register with us, and deal with conflicts of interest and disclose important information. For 90 years, these laws have helped protect investors like you. You might say, They're an investor's best friend.
So everything he just talked about founded in 2019 by SBF and Gary Wang, FTX. And you had private conversations with SBF. You were involved in FTX. And everything you just described was FTX. So you're saying that everybody's doing that? They have all three of these entities, brokers, dealers, clearinghouse under one roof? Like, I can see Binance doing that. I don't see that Coinbase is doing that. And this whole trading against the house, FTX was definitely doing that. Binance was definitely doing that. Coinbase probably doing a little bit of it, right? They're trying to make a profit. So I'm confused. And this isn't my job. And I'm not going to try to pretend that I understand every single thing about securities law or what Gary Gensler's trying to say. But the laws today are clear is not an accurate statement considering the new age we are in. We are in Web 3, blockchain tech, AI-driven industry, and the old rules, even though Thurgood Marshall was a wonderful part of the law-making history, don't apply to today. If they do apply, only a little bit. They probably do apply, but just a little bit. There's some other clarities that I think if Coinbase can force them into a court, could make life a lot easier. So yeah, there is this happening right here. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because I don't like it, but it is pretty much happening. People are trying to get others on their side. Come with me on this side. Sponsor my bill. We'll push it through. You know, oh well, I don't want to sign that bill, or I don't want to sponsor you because it doesn't support this. Are you gonna add that? Are you gonna donate to my charity? Or are you gonna support my military bill? Or are you gonna support my agriculture bill? Whatever. And everybody's bartering and getting people on either side. You either red or blue or black or white or purple or green. It's like you gotta pick a side. I don't want to pick a side. I just want clear rules of engagement. I'm trained to not fire until fired upon. Clear rules. Anyways, Red Panda, no, we are not. I don't want the U.S. to ban crypto. Do not do that. If that happens, then I'm you're gonna be my new wallet in Canada, because I don't even know what crypto is. I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth. All right, so let's listen to what Brian Armstrong and their lawyer, which I forgot the gentleman's name, publicly went open with regarding the Wells notice in the SEC, and then we're going to wrap up this video. So if you have any questions, at me. But let's go ahead and listen to this and continue on.
To the chair, other commissioners, and staff of the Securities and Exchange Commission, I want to thank you for this opportunity to speak directly.
Hang on. Let's go to YouTube.
To speak directly to you. My name is Paul Graywall. I'm Coinbase's Chief Legal Officer, and with me is Brian Armstrong, the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of Coinbase. I'd like to start by turning things over to Brian to say a few words. Brian?
Yeah, thanks, Paul. So again, thank you for the opportunity to respond to this Wells notice. And I thought I'd share a few words just about the founding story of Coinbase and why I decided to base it here in the US and how we've proactively sought out compliance over the last 11 years. So back in 2012, I had just read the Bitcoin white paper, and something clicked in my head when I first read this, that this might be a very important technology breakthrough that could help update the financial system globally. I'd had a firsthand experience seeing how difficult and challenging certain aspects of the financial system were. I had been a software engineer at Airbnb, and I had seen how difficult it was to send and receive payments globally to 190 countries. It was slow and expensive and difficult. I had lived in Argentina actually for a year, studying abroad and working abroad, and I had seen what a country looked like that had gone through hyperinflation, where people had lost trust in the currency, and they didn't have access to good financial services. They couldn't get loans, for instance, to buy a car or a home. And so when I read the Bitcoin white paper, I thought this might be an important breakthrough, something on the order of what we saw with the internet, a new global and decentralized system that could make it easier for people to transmit value and update financial services globally. The next decision I had was, where do I want to start this company? Once I realized I wanted to start a company. And I went to some early Bitcoin meetups in San Francisco, and people were telling me, you shouldn't base it in the US, it's going to be too challenging. There's 50 state regulators and multiple federal regulators, and you should start it in Hong Kong or Singapore. And there was other firms that were starting at that time that did that. But I made the choice at that moment to start the company in the US because I knew that even if it was more difficult, the US was a major market, there was respect for rule of law, the US was a financial hub, a technology hub. It was a place where I felt entrepreneurs could work in good faith with regulators to help define clear rules for new industries as they emerged. And so I was lucky enough to raise some venture capital money. The prototype on my laptop, nights and weekends, turned into a small company, and we went off to the races. 11 years later, fast forward, this strategy of proactively working with regulators in cases where it really wasn't clear what we should do because it was a new industry, we tried to do the right thing in the absence of clarity and demonstrate good faith effort that would allow us to bring this technology in a safe and thoughtful way to hopefully 1 billion people someday. So here we are as a public company. I think we've made enormous strides, and I think the message I'd really like to leave with the commissioners and the SEC is that we're committed to working within the regulatory perimeter. We want to see a clear market structure for trading crypto securities. Not all crypto assets are securities. There's also crypto commodities. There's stable coins. There's crypto that's artwork. We're going to work with multiple regulators to make this industry safe and trusted. And a Wells notice at this stage, when there is not a clear rule book, is not constructive, and it's not good for America. We are prepared to defend that position in court, but it doesn't have to come to that. We welcome a true dialogue about a workable path forward for our industry. Now I'll hand it back over to Paul.
Coinbase has been talking to the SEC about our business for many years now, including sharing our legal views on our asset listing and staking services. We've repeatedly asked the SEC for its own views on how securities laws might apply to Coinbase and our industry. And to be candid, we've mostly gotten silence in response. Coinbase will defend itself vigorously in litigation if it comes to that. But it does not have to come to that. We will show up at your offices any day, any time, to discuss a workable path forward for our industry. But we won't find that path without true dialogue.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. They have been trying to work with the SEC for quite a while, and they keep getting silence, no response, or the laws are clear. What? No. What? No. What's clear? What did I do wrong? What is wrong? What is incorrect? Show me. Come here and show me. Because if you teach me, right, I may get it wrong again in the future, but usually if you teach me once, I won't get it wrong again. But if you don't teach me, I'm going to not know, and I'm going to keep doing the wrong thing. So teach me. I'm the same way. I'm a visual hands-on learner. Like if you want to show me something, and I'm not the best at everything. I never claim to be, right? Oftentimes I put out content, I show my overclocks, and people are like, oh, you could get better overclocks. You could need to get core, drop down voltage, NVIDIA ICs, blah, blah. Okay, those are my clocks, bro. That's that. Some cards are stable at certain ranges because of my environment, my thermal conditions. And again, I don't know how many times I gotta freaking say this. What Red Panda can run in Canada, I can't run here in hot tropical Florida. So yeah, the clocks are different. I try to be as efficient as possible, but it's not always going to be the same. But if you take the time to explain yourself, hey, try X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. This is what I got. See what you get. I will literally come back to your comment and be like, hey, I tried out what you did. It proved unstable or it worked great. Here's my hash. Here's my power draw. Here's my voltages. And then we can compare data. That's why I do everything on Reddit, to compare data, to add to the pile. And then you guys can, compare and contrast and look at what others have provided. Like Red Panda's overclocks on the A2000. Then Vega's overclocks on the A2000. All right, let me see what I can do. Can I do Red Panda? No, it's unstable. All right, let me try Vega's. All right, no, that's unstable too. All right, let me fine tune in between for my system, my setup, my variations. So to teach somebody, rather than scold them, and I said this every freaking weekend so far, rather than just scolding them, teach them what they did wrong and provide an incentive to do better. Maybe Gary Gensler got children? Hang on. Gary Gensler have children? Does he have any children? He has 3 daughters, Anna Lee and Isabel. I am so sorry, Anna Lee and Isabel, for you. He's probably a great dad, but your dad's just not, he's not making it easy right now. And that's why the committee was trying to petition for him to be fired or removed from his position. Because we need somebody that's a little bit open-minded, understanding of the newer world we're in. It is not the same thing. I can tell you that right now, just from my young life here on this earth, the world is not the same. A lot of things have changed, and we got to update to those changes. Just like when the crypto winter started happening, right? We all had to adjust. We all had to figure it out. All right, well, GPU mining isn't profitable anymore. What am I going to do? Am I going to allocate or sell my GPUs, get more ASICs? Or am I going to get more FPGAs? Or am I going to keep half of my GPU? We all had to adjust. And we're still adjusting, because this world is going to continue to change. And all I can say to you is stay positive, stay strong, identify your convictions, what you believe in, stay true to them. Obviously, you know, every time a new coin comes out, everybody flocks to it. But always do your own research on those new coins before you go jumping on the bandwagon, so to speak. I created a lot of content about Ironfish myself. I'm not trying to promote it, but I wanted to see how the performance was compared to ALF or whatever it might be. So you got to do you. I'm going to do me, you do you, we'll meet in the middle. I just want to help you out, and I hope that you would live your life to try to help others out as well. Whether it's me or somebody else, it doesn't matter. As long as you're helping others, that's what I care about. If you're just going around being a DICK to people, being jerks, spilling nothing but filth out of your mouth, we ain't got time for it. Go somewhere else, because we got better things to do. Productivity, that's what I care about. So all right, I don't see any questions. Flagged for what? For saying spelling out the word? Because the AI is going to pick it up. So Magic Lucky says, good reason to make sure your next of kin has access to your ledger, etc. Yeah, ever since Savage Mine passed away, I got some redundancies in place, right? Teaching my wife about the management of crypto. I'm teaching my son about mining and management. I'm trying to keep them educated. And I also have a redundancy in place for more knowledgeable people in the crypto industry to help out in case I am not here. Red Panda, I know you don't answer, you're not always available, but you know, you're in my contacts. So if my wife contacts you, please help her. You know, there's a couple people that I trust. And Red Panda is one of them. Genuine individual, great success in the crypto industry, completely blew us out of the water, but a genuine individual, and I couldn't be happier for them. But hey, this is pretty cool. Tachi coin. I have a Tachi Razor. I like ASRock. R plant. That's interesting. Tachi coin. I might go look into that. That's a CPU mineable coin because it's obviously on Ghostwriter. Don't follow me. That's just me talking out the side of my face. What's the block reward here? because we could just get some information. What do we do on a mining? What is it? What to mine? Let's go coins. Let's go find Ghost Rider. Okay. What's my normal hash rate on the 5900? RX 5900. Ghost Rider. No, we'll say Raptorium. Usually hash rate. As Dizzy Mining. Where's my boy Rabbit at? Rabbit Mining, I need ya. Alright, so let's say here 5900X 1. How do I calculate? Okay, 3500 basically. So 3500 is that kilohash? That's hashes. So then that would be 3.5, I think. 3.5. Get it down to 125, 130 watts of power. Cost is put at 11 instead of 10. Fees probably 1%. And so now we need some information here. So difficulty, we're going to need that. I'm going to hit this to remove it. Oh, that's block reward. Difficulty. That is what we need. We need the block reward, which is, that just changed on me. 66.15, 1%. Exchange rate. We don't know what the exchange rate is just yet, but it does have it on here for this many cents. So we'll go BTC to USD. We'll plug that in. There's no way. There is no way it's $9. There is no way. Wow. Okay. Let's go a little bit lower. Well, I mean, that is, let's hang on. Let's zoom out. How long has this been around? 1 hour. Okay, start off really high. The average is about right there. So 3029. 3029. 30. There's no way. That's in USD. What am I doing? There we go. That's why I was getting freaked out. All right. So there we go. Value. All right. Calculate. So mining Tachi coin right now with my 5900X, I will earn about 1200 Tachi coin and make about $40, 40 cents, but only 4 cents profit. So that's how I calculate it. Obviously, I messed up there with the conversion and everything, but that's how I calculate it. Red Panda, what are you talking about, Willis? All right, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up here. Any last questions, comments, concerns? Yet. Is that yet or yeet, DJ? Well, only 24 years. What? You guys, all right. You guys are having a conversation of your own. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. I'm missing everything. The overall scope is to be prepared to mine all new coins, just in case y'all aren't telling us to do it. Just how to be prepared. All right. So Bitcoin still sitting around 29.4. We're putting in a daily red candle, but you can see here the middle of the Bollinger Band. We're being held up by it, or protected, I guess you could say. If we fell today, we're looking at 28.6. If we fell tomorrow and today, like even further, 27.3, 25.3, 24.7, and then all the way down to some of these legacy lines. I think there's a lot of positive indicators for the future of cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, that will continue to push the price up. But as far as right now, there's not a lot of movement. And until we get some of this clarity that I was talking about, that's in the description if you want to check it out, I don't think we're going to have much movement. You know, there's a lot of money in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, that has not entered the market because they want to see clear economic rules of engagement. And before they go investing their millions or billions, they want to make sure that everything is above board with the US, with the EU, with Canada, with Australia, with a lot of the major markets and stuff like that. You know, China is actually leading the way as far as crypto regulation or crypto guidance, as well as the EU with the MiCA bill. So we'll see how the US responds and if we can actually start moving forward, because if the rest of the world moves, if the rest of the world moves beyond us, like the world is better than the US. I'm not saying the US needs to be the center of the world, but usually the world looks to the US for certain things. And so if we want to be a leader, we got to be a leader in this industry and take the lead and start, you know, hey, EU's bill was great. How can we interpret that and make that something just for our country? Or, you know, hey, China is doing really great. Let's not look at them just because, you know, this animosity and they're the enemy, blah, blah, blah. Get rid of that thinking and, hey, how can we implement this? How can we better work with our fellow countries and stuff like that? So we'll see how things go. All right. DJ Mines was fun stream, though. You guys had a good stream? Anybody else going live besides rabbit mining? Hey, caveman mining. Interesting. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of work and then possibly play some Star Trek online. I lost my original account, so I lost all my stuff. I got to rebuild. Rabbit mining is going live at 1 p.m. You have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being with us today. We do this every Saturday at 11 a.m. usually. Today we went on early because Crypto Mikkel has got the panda flu, thanks to Red Panda. But I hope both Red Panda, Crypto Mikkel, and their families get better, feel better, and you guys just take care of yourself. I'm going to leave you with a couple of ad spots. Today's video was sponsored by Jingle Mining, as always. If you want to check them out, link is in the description. And yeah, do me a favor on the way out, though. Hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out some of the links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have a blessed day. Kisses, hugs to the fam. I'll catch y'all in the next one. All right? Take care.
Introducing the Octominer OctoTank 12 Home Immersion Cooling System, the future of cryptocurrency mining and home heating. Quiet, cool, and efficient. The OctoTank 12 allows you to overclock your ASIC miners up to 70% to get more performance for your money. Compatible with up to 2 ASICs. Fully plug-and-play system. The immersion system ensures that your miners stay cool. Perfect for garage or basement heating. Up to 150 square meters of heating capacity. Clean and minimalist design. Fully weatherproof. Designed to last for years. Save money while keeping your home warm and cozy this winter. Order yours now.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16-gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.